Look, I'm going live. I hope I'm live. I hope I got this right. I've read everything that there is to know, but I don't know if I've got this right. I don't know how many out there in the YouTube's watching, and I personally don't care. But I'm tired of the harassing, I'm tired of the bullying, but there is so much drama and BS, and I'm here to tell it, and I don't care who sees my face, because I'm telling you, I'm real, and I'm putting it out on Front Street. It seems like every time I turn around, somebody's attacking somebody, and it's always on YouTube. It's he said, she said, they count. It's always somebody, and it's always hurting somebody. I mean, let's attack this person and that person, and let's get this person and let's get that person. Who's it going to solve at the end of the day? And let's always have these receipts. You know what? I wish somebody would come after me because I'm not going to give receipts. Let's see. I've worked. I've paid my taxes. I've paid my dues. I don't get on here and bully nobody. I've went up on everybody's panel and I've talked. But I've stated facts. I've stated truth. I'm not about drama. And I don't plan to be about drama. I have no reason to be about drama. I like who I want when I want. You don't like me? Oh, well, it is what it is. But all this controversy all the time when you turn on or you get on the YouTube, it's becoming ridiculous, don't you think? You gotta admit, it's a little crazy in the world, don't you? Somebody's always attacking somebody. You don't know anybody. You ain't been to their house. You ain't sit down and had no coffee with them or tea or whatever they scenario they may like. You don't know where they live. What, you gonna dox them? Psh, what? I wish. What are you gonna do when you dox them? You gonna wind up being at a 22 or a shotgun or any of those kind of crazy barrels? And then if you go outside of the United States, some of those places, they don't even have guns. And then when you do have a gun on you, guess where you're going to land in? Jail. So if you want to pay all that money out, go ahead. Because it's on you at the end of the day. I mean, if you want to take your hard-earned money and pay out all that money chasing that person down, go ahead. I mean, what's it gonna solve? We're all gonna agree to a disagree. I mean, we don't know anyone from A to B or C to D. Who do we know? We don't know anybody. We could get on here and we could talk till the cows come home. We don't know any of these people. We could sit up here and we could talk to them for days and hours, and we still don't know them. Because you want to know something? You don't know anybody. You think that you know somebody, but you don't know them. Let me tell you a little story. I thought that finding my family after 50 years would solve something. Mm-mm. It didn't solve nothing. And I thought by going out and finding her, mm-mm, it didn't solve nothing. All it costed me was to lose this arm right here and get bit by a spider. I didn't know her. I didn't know her from Adam. Because the only thing she was interested in was one thing. Was Peter. Peter Cottontail. What was between his legs. And she's still chasing after it. And he don't want her. He's interested in another woman. so he can have a kid. And honey, when he finds another woman, you gonna be history. So, men come a dime a dozen, just like women come dime a dozen. Haven't you heard the old saying, there's plenty of women in the sea, just like there is men in the sea, and we got plenty of dimes in our pockets. We have to pick ourselves up every single day when there's no one else to pick ourselves up. So all this fighting and all this arguing that we do, it doesn't solve a thing because we can agree to disagree. That's all we can do. And bringing guns and whatever else ain't gonna solve a thing. Doxing people ain't gonna do a thing neither. And whoever's meaner and tougher and whatever else. What, we ain't back in high school? Oh, well, that ain't gonna solve you nothing neither. You think you're tougher? Because let me tell you something. There's always someone out there tougher than you are and Billy Badass than you are. So remember that. There's always somebody out there that'll knock you down. And telling all these false stories about people and, oh, I got the truth, or listen to my story, or listen to that story. You ain't got nothing on nobody. What do you got? Even the news doesn't even have the truth on anybody. They're just telling shit to be telling shit. And half of the time when they're telling the weather, they ain't even got it right. Because the weather can go 0 to 60 and 60 to 0 in no time. The weather's even bipolar. So there you go. Everybody thinks that they always got all these answers. You might have gone through something similar. Yeah, we've all been through shit. But it doesn't mean that you always got to be right about everything. Or they got to be right, or she's got to be right, or he's got to be right. Oh, here comes Mr. Perfect. No, it ain't about that. But does it make you better thinking that you can kick this person off or kick this person off? No. Well, I gotta dox this person because she sucks or he sucks. And there's always people in the bushes acting like a bunch of monkeys, eating them bananas, watching, eating their popcorn. You know they're sitting back laughing their ass off because, oh, they're thinking, huh, they're in a fight. Haha, I got what I want. They don't care. And somebody always thinks they got something on you. They think. Keyword. Pay attention to what I say. Think. Now, there's grown folks out here fighting like a bunch of high school people. Notice I said grown people out here fighting like a bunch of kids. It's okay to get a little loud to state your opinion. But everybody has an opinion like everybody's got a a-hole. Imagine that. And some of us ain't even born with that. I worked in hospitals where people ain't even got those. Yeah. Worked 33 years and I've seen many of those. Babies, adults. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad what you see. I've worked with all types. Special needs, veterans, babies. I've worked on the EMTs. I've seen things that I probably shouldn't even seen in my life. And I've lived a lot through my life that I probably shouldn't have never seen. But the thing of it is a lot of people want to say, oh, well, my life did this and my life. No. Mm-mm. You can't give excuses for what you've been through. Because if that's the case, no. You're standing for a reason. You're here for many reasons. You're put through a test and you're put through ultimate reasons because you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. We don't sit here and argue why. We don't argue about things. You just go through them. You know, that's like we could be. I mean, I know we're in a world where there's enough of feuding and fighting as it is. But what if you lived in one of those world countries where there's constantly fighting every single day, where buildings are being blown up or shot constantly? That's what I'm talking about. You know, I understand that we live here in a world, yeah, where we work, we pay our taxes. You do get a little bit of a freedom. You get to go on vacation, you get to hang out with your kids, and you think that you're living in hell, but you ain't in hell yet. You could be living in hell, but you ain't yet. So think about that. And I'm not here to get religious because that's not my doings. I mean, I could, but I won't. Because a lot of people have their own beliefs. Some people believe that we are living in hell. Some believe that we're living in our last tribulations. But people have their own beliefs. And I'll let them believe what they want to believe. Because I'm not here to judge. You can be purple, you can be black, you can be polka dotted, you can be any color that you want to be. And I'm still going to love you. You can be 1,000 pounds and I'm still going to love you. But all this fighting and feuding needs to stop. Because we've all divided up. And we've all have went in our own little groups. And in a matter of a split second, y'all gonna all be screaming, oh, let's come together, let's come together. Think about that. Mark my words of what I'm saying right here, right now. Because I have said many a times, I've told my kids, I've told my friends, And I've got many friends of all different walks of lives. They're all different races, and I love them all. Because I tell everyone, if I were to go to jail right now, I would know what claim to go with. Because I love each and everybody. I wasn't brought up to where you go with this person or this group or that clan or this clan. I was brought up to get along with everybody. You accept everyone. You love one as one. There was no divided groups. And that's just the way it is. Am I crazy? No. It's just the way I am. I have seen people get their brains blown off in coolers. I've seen people stabbed. I have seen more things than you guys could ever imagine. And I'm sure you guys have got stories to tell me. But it's not something you run around and you tell. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All this fighting and arguing. If you don't like someone, keep your mouth shut. You get along with them. You agree. You don't have to agree all the time, and you don't have to disagree. All you have to do is say, ma'am, I'm sorry, or sir, I'm very sorry to hear that. Or better yet, don't say anything at all. Like the old saying is, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you don't have to say anything at all. But you don't have to get on these panels and run your mouth. And if you don't think you can back it up with these big dogs, then sit on the porch. Because if you ain't got tough guts, then you ain't got tough enough to get guts to get on here. But evidently, I got some pretty good tough guts because I'm out here. And I have fought with some pretty tough dogs. I'm not scared. Because I'm a survivor. I've been through more than probably my share. But am I here to blame? No. Am I here to point fingers? No. Should I point fingers? No. Do I want to point fingers? No. But all I'm saying is one of these days, someone's going to dox somebody. And it's going to be bad. You're going to be staring down at a barrel or a shotgun, or you're going to get shot and it's going to be too late. Or you're going to be sitting behind bars and you're going to be paying a pretty price. Or you're going to be in a state where they don't have guns. Or you're going to be in an overseas state where, a matter of fact, they don't have guns. Then you're going to be screwed. That's all that I'm saying. I'm not here to preach. I'm just here to saying some of the bullshit just needs to stop. We're not in high school. That's all I'm saying. It's just getting fucking old. That's all that I'm here is just to say. It's just bullshit. It's just the last couple of things The last couple of weeks, all I've seen is doxing, doxing, bullying, bullying. Like, what the hell? I know what it is to lose family. I do know what it is. And especially when you didn't start out with a family and you've had to lose many of the friends that you've got. Trust me, if they ain't blood, they're just as much as family because we're all created by one person. So, yeah. You don't have to be family to be blood. I just lost a dear sister. We were friends from when we were 17 years old, 33 years. So I know what it feels like to lose someone very dear, very close. And when that phone doesn't ring, or you're not showing up at the houses or birthday parties or whatever else, I know. I still talk to the kids. Well, actually, they're grown. But to me, in my heart, they're still kids. But I'm telling you, all this bickering and backering back and forth, you guys are acting like babies on here. I can understand to agree and to disagree. I get that. I understand that. But one of these days, just remember, y'all gonna dox the wrong house, or you're gonna show up at that house. It's gonna be all bad. Just remember that. Oh, and another thing, y'all are so froggy. Another thing I want to touch on, y'all so froggy about calling CPS. Let me enlighten you on something. Do you know that CPS cannot show up at someone's house unless they have a cop? Keep that in mind. Because I've heard that many CPS welfare checks have been done on people. Keep that in mind. Because when a CPS person shows up at your house, they're to have a cop there with them. Keep that in mind. Unless that person is one in danger, they're beating that child, you got proof that they're beating that child, you see them beating that child, um, CPS worker is to have a cop with them. Yeah. So just make sure you got proof when all this goes down. So, yeah. Just make sure of that. Just make sure you got all your ducks in a row. Because technically, that person does not have to let CPS in their house. And even then, they don't even have to let them in their house when they come there. Yeah. Because a lot of people have posted do not trespass. And at a certain time at night, if there's no cop and you come rolling up in my house, you might find a barrel facing at you. Just fair warnings. Yeah. So, yeah. Just fair warnings. And most places around most of the states, they are pretty much packing. Unless you know all the states and you know them well, most people are A, packing, or B, they got some sort of weapon on them. But I promise you, you coming in my house late hours at night, or you beating on my house late hours at night, I'm having some type of weapon. I'm having a cast iron skillet in my hand, or B, I'm having something in my hand. Because you ain't getting in my house. I promise you on that. And that's not a threat. That's just a promise. I've made no threats on here. I've made no disturbance. I've just let everyone know. So, and I'm sure there's probably people streaming this. And I'm sure people's done cut the hell up out of all of it. But if you're going to tell it like it is. Tell the truth. Because you know what? The truth is better. Because the truth will set you free. That's all that I'm about. Because if you're going to tell on me, at least tell the truth. Because I can't stand a liar. Because you know what? Karma's a bitch. Because what goes around comes around. Imagine that. Yeah. And it can cut you so many ways. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So I'm sure that they will be gladly to cut this clip all to pieces. But if they look at my YouTube, I ain't been on here that long. I got a short list. Yeah. I'm sure they'll see my face, and I ain't shy. I've been around for a long time. I ain't no stranger to YouTube. I've just gotten to where I think a lot of people said, well, why don't you make your own channel? Too much shit to read, to be quite honest with you. Not only that, first time someone asked me for a receipt, this is what I tell you on a receipt. Peace. Because I could give two shits and a less. You want a receipt? Go back and read my videos or watch my videos. Because I ain't got time to pull out no receipts. Like I said in the very beginning of my videos, I'm not here for receipts. I'm not here for clicks, views, and likes. I don't care. I'm just here to tell it like it is. I'm a truthful person. Off the screen and on the screen. And I'm not about drama. I just get up and voice my opinion. And if I were to go to war, I'd be on the front line fighting. That's how much I care. Because I've been through way too much to give a damn if I were to take a bullet and get out of this world. That's the difference probably between me and you and a lot of people. I'm just calling it like it is. I have been through way too much hell. Been through a lot. Not saying I've been through more than anyone else. I'm just saying I've been through a lot. A lot. Now, if you've heard about my story, then maybe you know a little bit about me. But if you ain't heard about my story, then you probably don't know anything about me. Some people said, "Oh, I've heard about your story. It's in the paper." Sorry, got news for you. My story's never been printed in the paper. I've been on the news once, but I'm the one that told the story. Keep that in mind. So many people try to tell me, "Oh, I've heard your story. It's been in the news." No, not the story that's been told here on YouTube. It hasn't. But people want to make it claim like it's been told. No, no. Because my grandpa was a very crooked cop. He had money. And that's why it was kept out of the news and the newspaper. So let's get that clear. Let's clear that up. Just in case if some of you have already heard some of my story. Because my grandpa was a very crooked cop. Because I know some of you've probably heard about me being kidnapped. I was the child that was kidnapped 50 years ago. Yeah. My grandpa paid a lot of money. My dad was also involved in that as well. Some people try to come at me, "Oh, I heard about that story." Oh, no, you didn't. Mm-mm. No. Try again. Wrong answer. Because the only one panel, couple panels it was told on was the young lady that gave me the courage to come on and get my own panel. And now her channel's been changed to the Vault XL. She's the one that encouraged me to get my own channel. She's a wonderful young lady. And not only that, if you have a story that needs to be told about anything and you want something told about in Tennessee, glad to go to her channel and she'll be gladly to share it. Yes. I followed her for 3 years. Probably about almost 4. So, yep. But I just love the way people say, "Oh yeah, I've heard all about it." It's amazing. So anyway, I just wanted to come on here and just give my 2 cents on some of this bullying and some of this bullshit. We're not in the 5th grade, people. It's okay to agree to disagree. All right? Oh. I think this sinus infection is going to kick my rear end for this night's over than this migraine. Man. But I just want everyone to get along. But it just seems like I had to put my input out on this. I don't know if I ever get this thing right or not. But I would appreciate it if everyone could like this, so if other people want to watch this, they can. You know, I'm trying to get some of these videos out there. I'm trying to do the best I can. You don't have to like it. You can give a thumbs down, like, if you want to. I greatly appreciate it. I'm just trying to voice my opinion. I'm trying to do the best I can with this. Slowly trying to figure this out. Like I said, there's still so much to read. Um, I might try to figure the rest of this out, but right now but I hope everyone gives a like. If you want to give a comment, I will set that up. I appreciate if everyone has. I still haven't figured out the StreamYard. I still have to get that taken care of, and I do have some people that is willing to be my monitors in here, but they probably feel just as bad as I do. They've have headaches. I've got a headache and a sinus infection. This weather's changed, so that doesn't help. But everybody's got something going on with them. So I know most people want where you come up on panels and talk and stuff like that, and I haven't figured mine all the way out yet, so sorry about that. So forgive me, and once I figure mine out, I will get that taken care of. I'm gonna have to read more into that, and yeah, figure out the stream yard a bit more. I was trying to read more on the OBS or something, I don't know. And then it says copy and paste. Yeah. So I think once this migraine subsides, I've had it for 2 days, and yeah, I'll get to where I need to get, and I'll figure the rest of it out. So I do appreciate everything, and I thank you guys for listening and watching and listening, and anyone in the bushes, hey. But I hope everyone has a good night wherever you are and whatever you guys are doing. But try to be a little bit more understanding, a little bit more caring. But just, I just want everyone to start coming together. And if you agree, okay. If you disagree, that's fine. But all this doxing and all this craziness is not going to get you nowhere. Like I said in the very beginning, it's going to get you someplace where you don't want to get. It's going to wind you up in a place that you don't want to be. And I don't want that for anybody. Because I don't want to turn on the news and be like, oh shit, I used to talk to that person. I used to talk to that person. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see no one get hurt. Because I'm maybe because I care too much, or maybe I am one of them people that do care a lot. You know? Because like I said, like I told you, if you go back and you rewatch this, if I was put in jail, I wouldn't know which person to hang out with if you put me in a jail cell or in a prison. I wouldn't know what person to hang out with because I like everybody. And you can't hate me for that. You can't call me a hater. Because I like everybody. I got a heart of gold. I get along with everybody. I like everybody. But if I told you a little bit about my life, you might understand why I like everybody. Damn, I don't have all night. And if I didn't have this migraine headache, I'd probably sit here and tell you a little bit more about my life. Yeah. So, and these migraines ain't never no fun. So, but the doxing and the bullying, and hell, who's to know? Will it ever stop? We never know. We just don't know. Or is it going to come down to where we start losing a bunch of people, and that's when it's going to stop? When all these people start going to different people's homes and they start winding up dead, or they start winding up in jail? Which is it? People start winding up dead, or people start winding up in jail? Is that when the bullying and the doxing stops? Because I'm going to go with number 2. When people start winding up dead. Because, see, you can bully all day long. But when someone comes up dead, that's when reality hits. Because you know what? When a life's gone, you can't bring them back. You can say, I'm sorry all day long. But sorry doesn't mean anything when that person's dead and gone. Because you can't bring them back. Because once you pull that trigger, see, and that's what a lot of gun people say. Oh, stop guns, stop guns. No. Let's get that correct. It's not the gun, it's the person behind the guns. And that's what people fail to realize all the time. And see, in some states, there's people that's packing all the time. But there's some states where people aren't packing. And what are you supposed to do when you've got weapons and this other person doesn't have a weapon? Oh, I shot because I felt like it. How is that person supposed to defend themselves if this person has a weapon and this person don't? Doesn't that call that a little, like, dickish? Like, okay, back in the old days, when you went out to the street, he's got a gun, he's got a gun. That's the way it was done. It ain't today where, this jackass doesn't have a gun, and you got Tigger Boo over here, he's got 2 guns, and he pulls them out on you, whoops, you're dead. How the fuck is that a gunfight? Okay. psychological tells you in your brain if, if and this is what I keep trying to tell people all the time. When you're in a state where everyone's carrying, there are still some people that don't have guns. Quote, it doesn't matter. You still have to kind of like not pull your guns out on those people because those people don't have guns. You use your brain. Okay, here's an example. The other day I was at the store. These two bitches, and I gotta say bitches, sorry, because I don't know their names. They were fighting. I step in because this girl over here didn't have a gun. This Kanuchi Hoochie was so hot headed, she was ready to fight. And I'm like, oh dear God, shit. I come out of the bathroom. I stepped in the middle because this broad over here, already here, done pulled a gun out. I grabbed the gun because I'm not scared. And I'll tell you why. Because I ain't scared of shit. I'm not. And she said, what are you doing? I was like, just shh, hush. And this broad over here still running her mouth. I slapped her. Yeah, I got a bad hand. Yeah, I slapped her. And she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, look, do you realize that this broad here is ready to shoot you? Do you understand that? She goes, and your point? I said, and your fucking point is this bitch is ready to shoot you. Do you understand that? Do you hear the words that are coming out my mouth? She goes, yes, I do. I said, take your ass home. Get in your effing car and go the fuck home and shut your mouth. Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? She goes, yes. And I said, whatever the argument is, look at the woman and say, shut your fucking mouth. She goes, okay. And I'm like, no, there is no okay. Don't tell me, tell her. Because she's the one's about to shoot you. And don't thank me, but you should. Because I'm the one that stepped out of the bathroom, pulling up my drawers, and you out here screaming, and this bitch is ready to shoot your ass. Do you understand that? And I have no gun, and I haven't carried a gun in, I'm not going to reveal my age. That's beside the point. The point of the matter is back on the woman and with no gun, and she's got a gun. Do you understand? Do you understand, lady? You're about to get shot. That's the point that I'm trying to get to here in America. People don't care. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to get to about doxing. They don't care. But what I'm trying to tell people here in YouTube world, if y'all show up at someone's home, do y'all understand that people are packing? And they don't care. Hello? And there are people out there that think that their mentality level is well, like, come on, bring it. Now, what if y'all were to show up at someone's house and y'all thinking, they ain't got no guns? But what if it was a situation and y'all didn't have a mentor, someone that could jump in and say, okay, this is enough, blah, blah, blah. I mean, okay, did I care about getting shot? No. Could the woman shot me? Yes. She could have stick it out the way. She could have shot me in the foot. I could have been shot. Okay, do y'all understand? I feel that I have lived my life. Do y'all understand? I don't care. I am one of them mentor people that are ready to jump in and save the day. I don't care. No, am I looking for a savior? No, I'm not. Am I looking to be like, here's your brownie button. Here's your brownie. Here's your cookie. No, that's not what the fuck I'm looking for. All I'm trying to do is just get peace because the peace has been shoved out the door. I'm trying to get people back together. I'm tired of all the fighting and the drama and all that. That should have been. We're not in elementary school no more. And this is the way I was in high school. Like, fuck, I fought. I've lost my battles. Shit. Am I scared? No. Have I had a black eye? Yeah. My dad gave me a belt and said, we're going back to the bus stop. You're going to whip both these bitches' ass. Which one you taking, skinny or fat? Size don't mean nothing but a chicken wing to me. I fought the skinny girl. I beat the big. I took the skinny one. I took the big one. He said, Do you want to jump back in the truck? Do you want to drive home? No, Dad. I'm going to walk home. I took a 3-hour walk. I got back home. He saved me a plate. He goes, you want to talk about it? No, Dad. I love you. We went mudding that weekend. He died in front of me that next weekend. The point of it, the whole point of the moral of the story is, as I learned how to fight, the next day I went to school, I got respect. Do you understand where I'm coming from? You learn it, you get it, you move on. It was that was my first fight. That's the moral of the story. I didn't want to fight. And all it was stupid. Because some chick thought I had her purse. I don't even carry a purse. I carry a stupid fucking wallet. Here I am, the same age I am today, and I carry a fucking wallet. And it was over a purse. A fucking purse. Bitch, move on. Here I am still today, and I carry a motherfucking wallet. In the cocoon and wear my caboose, carry it and hold it all day, every day. Bitch, please. If you want it, take it. I can cancel my shit. Blink, blink. And get me new cards and your points. It ain't nothing but another day. It's a chicken wing. Who cares? But the moral of the story is he did not want to see me with a black eye. Y'all people can go on with y'all self. I am not talking on the phone. I'm busy. Moving on. Anyway, my point is, see, they got to drive me crazy when I get home. They're checking on me to see if I'm okay. I know what it is. I've had a migraine, and they think I've done lost my mind. And I've had a migraine. I've had a sinus infection. They're calling to check on me. But guys, I'm good. Now watch someone call CPS or Adult Protection Service. She's been on the line. She's got a migraine and a sinus infection. Y'all better get out there and check on her. Check this out. I wish they would. I wish they would. Because I got a skillet and a surprise awaiting. I got a surprise, surprise, surprise. Go ahead. They be coming to a set of woods. I wish they would. Like Hank Williams Jr. say, I can skin a buck too. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Should I play that song? Or should I find that song? Oh, a country boy can survive. Think about that song. Yeah. And they don't even want to know. Think about that song. Country boy can survive. Actually, it's a country girl can survive. Instead of country boy, it's a country girl. Whew. Don't even get me started. I think I will find that song. Cool. And a country girl can survive. Let's see, where is that song? Hold up. I think I will find that song. I can't even stop laughing. Let me think. Country boy can survive. Oh, and here's what I think about it. But instead, just put a country boy on. Just put a country girl in front of it. Now this is my song to what I think about it. Fences in the time. Look at everything's going dry. Up in the stock market town, and you only get mugged if you go downtown. Back in the woods, you see, all the kids and the dogs and me. But it's a country girl, not a country boy. Gonna rifle in a four-wheel drive, and a country boy, country girls can survive. Field all day long, I can catch catfish from dusk till dawn. And this field a home slope through, ain't too many things the old girls can't do. Girls can do. Home tomatoes and homemade wine, and the country boys can survive. Country folks can survive. Because you can't stop us out and you can't make a run. Those when them old boys raised don't shotgun. We sing praise, we sing ma'am, if you ain't in the back, then don't give a damn. We came from the West Virginia coal mine in the Rocky Mountains when the West was down. And we can skin a buck, we can run a trot line, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I had a good friend in New York City. He never called me by my name, just Billy. My grandpa taught me how to walk the land, and his dog gave me a vision as a man. He used to send me pictures of the Broadway nights, and I'd send him some homemade wine. But he was killed by a man with a switchblade knife. For $43, my friend lost his life. I'd love to spit some beaching up in that dude's eyes and shoot him with my old 45. Cause a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Cause you can't stop us out and you can't make us run. But when this old boy raised on shotgun, we say praise, we say ma'am, if you ain't into that. Now, I give the country boys there, but I also say it's country girls because we also can live on the land just as good as you country boys. I had to give it. I had to throw it out there. Sorry. Hank Williams Jr. is good. So is his dad. Anybody ever been to the Grand Ole Opry? If I had my StreamYard. Let's see if I can try this thing. Let me try this thing. Let me try this thing. Let's see. I don't even know. Let's see. Let me try this. Let's see if I can try this thing. Let's see. What am I doing? Uh, I don't know. Give it a try. Let's see. Clear this. No, that's not what I want. Do I want that? No, you don't want that. Okay. I don't know if... Oh, oh, too big, too big, too big. Go back. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Hit this. And... Selection. Refresh. And copy. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, go back up to the top. Okay, hit this. Let's see. I don't know. Why isn't it paste? And enter. I don't know why they didn't put one in. Hmm. I don't know why. It's saying that the StreamYard is there. I just can't see the StreamYard. I don't know. I have no idea. I give up. Because I refreshed it. Aha. Nope. Did I do that right? No. I don't know. It says that there's a StreamYard there, but I can't see it. And apparently, I guess I'll have to read the comments afterwards. I don't know. So if you comment, I greatly appreciate it. And if you didn't, that's okay with me. I'll have to check and see if I can go on this phone here and see. I don't know. If you guys did, I greatly appreciate it. But it's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna stress. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna stress. It's quite all right. I'm not gonna because the other couple videos that I put in, I finally figured out how to add the comments, and then some. The last one I did, I finally figured it out. It had to do with age appropriate. Apparently, I was putting in that you have to put in a certain age group. And apparently, I guess I was doing it wrong. So finally, the last one, I had to go on my phone and I had to add in the age thing. So, yeah, I just wasn't getting it quite right. So, yeah. So, yeah, I wasn't quite figuring it out. Excuse me for a minute. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry about that. Oh, I will be so glad. Is it summer yet? And the weather just changed. Damn it. This damn weather. It sucks already. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. No, I like all types of weather. Weather. Shit. No, I don't like all types of weather. I take that back. I like all types of music. Let me get that correct. No. I like I like summer and spring. Like the first beginning of it, like in the middle. But me and winter and fall, we ain't friends. Mm-mm. Hails to the no. No. But by the way, I got good news. I don't know if anyone's been keeping up with my story. The last person I talked to, the last doctor I just seen yesterday, I am finally getting an elbow. Mm-mm-mm-mm. With me being a little person, we have to get ours custom made. We have to get them cut down to get them in these little arms. And the last one I spoke to, they sent me to a sports medicine. Like I kept trying to tell them, no, God, no, we don't want to go there because we can't get one of those elbows. They don't fit in our arms. Those are for the long people's arm. I have the little dinky arm. It's like, ugh. I mean, if you look at the arms, I mean, can't you quite tell that there's like a big difference here? One's a little bit longer, one's a little bit shorter. And even if you did get it, well, let me kind of stretch it out. Even if you did get it to normal size, it's still not going to be normal. They crack me up. But let's enter to sports medicine anyway. So I go in there. I see this older doctor, and he's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, oh, well, same old shit, just different days. He says, seems like they keep sending you around the world. I'm like, you know why? Because no one's listening and no one seems to be paying attention. Yeah, yeah. He's like, well, he says, he said, well, what do you prefer to be called? I said, Shorty. He said, that seems like an insult. I'm like, no, 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 no. That's what I prefer to be called, sir. He said, all right. I said, Shorty, it is. He says, but wait a minute. You were, I was like, yeah, I was that doctor's patient. And I said, I am his, been through a lot of shit. And I said, yeah. And I said, actually, I am his old, not really old. I said, got a lot of history. And they said, well, you've had a lot of surgeries. And I was like, you think? I said, yeah, I should get a golden pen, silver pen, bronze, bronze me. I should have a lot of bronze on me. Bronze me all the way through. And they're like, oh, yeah, like I've been through the war. And she said, well, basically you have, or he said, basically you have as much as metal you've got through me. I said, yeah, my kids always tease me when I die, they're taking me to the scrapyard. He says, wow, okay. I said, yeah. So bottom line of it is that eventually I cannot wait. And I told a couple of the YouTubers on here that I will let them know so they can put on their walls. And I will be sure to put on my wall the night before I go into surgery, or I'll probably do a live. Maybe I'll have more technology updated by then, or I'll have some streams and everyone can get up and come and say, hey, figure this crap out eventually, maybe. Damn. Well, it's too many of this buttons and that buttons and this buttons, and you gotta type in this. Oh, Jesus, man, I swear. But anyway, I might figure it out one of these days. Oh, shit. So, yeah, I might figure it out. But I greatly appreciate all you guys listening. I really do. And, I'm telling you what. I might figure this crap out. But it says I've got a